as the Cobra character. How did you land on that character per se, or was that some involvement with creative services, etc.?
That was all me. Again, it was kind of the same. I just thought, okay, kind of a secretive paramilitary character would be kind of cool. I had a dog tag that I could give the kids, so that was like a little bit of an interactive, kind of like when Bret Hart did the sunglasses. I was trying to find a way to kind of connect with the audience because at this point, I realized how you needed some kind of stuff, and if you had a great costume, or you had some kind of gimmick, or you had something, you got some traction with that. So that I realized that early on. So I was kind of like, okay, I can give out a dog tag, and this is character's kind of mysterious, special ops, and that was about it. It really wasn't a whole lot of thought in the character. It wasn't something I had a background in the military or anything like that. It was just something I thought, as a single wrestler, I don't know if there was a niche or anything. I just hadn't seen anybody kind of like that. Later, Craig Pittman came on, and then that gave me somebody to kind of go against. But it was just a Cobra character was just something like that. It really wasn't a whole lot of thought process behind it. I was just trying to find something I could do kind of as a single.
Mm. You mentioned Sergeant Craig Pittman in those matches that you had appeared to have some significant in-ring chemistry there. Was that your takeaway from those matches too? That it was a good program?
Craig was a legitimate, like Olympian or something. I know he had an amateur wrestling background with the Marines, and he was a real Marine, So, and big, strong guy, and definitely good to work with. Knew a lot of stuff. He had the code red, I think, was like an arm bar or whatever he used. So yeah, I enjoyed wrestling with Craig. Most of the guys that I work with, I enjoyed it because it was always a learning curve. You could always, learn something from somebody, and you pick stuff up, how to do stuff. And that's a skill, because one of the things it's hard to, if you're, and I've wrestled like, giants, I've wrestled Giant Silva, I wrestled Dilip Singh, so you have to learn, you have to figure out, what do I do with a 7-foot guy, or what do I do with a guy that's 600 pounds? And what do I do with a high flyer that can do all this stuff off the rope? And you have to incorporate what they do, how they do it, and be able to kind of put together a decent match. So, wrestling all these guys like Pittman and all these different people, you just kind of pick up stuff and you learn along the way.